Welcome back to the Halloween special of The Cycle Continues. I'm your host, Scott's here, along with our very lovely co-host, Joe Dirt. And as always, Chat is another host. And today is our Halloween special. So let's jump into the Spook Fest. Alright, there's the voice.
Cool. Sorry.
You gonna make fun of that intro like all the others?
No, I just had to jump in and just mess it up.
Hello!
Hello.
How you guys doing? I'm Joe.
No, it was. I'm not gonna make fun of that one because that was actually pretty good.
It didn't feel good, but it works.
Yeah. Gotta get that rasp in.
Yeah.
Hello.
I tried. This is where I experiment on my voices during recordings.
During the recordings.
Yeah. And then I get a comment. Then I get a comment being like, "This guy sucks."
Why can't he talk right?
Why he talk like that? Anyway, Halloween special, because this is probably the only podcast we're gonna do before Halloween.
Yeah, because we got 11 days before Halloween.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, I wanted to start off with Halloween memories and, our past Halloweens, fun, scary, exciting events that we may have done. I'll let you take that away because I feel like you have way more exciting things than I have.
No.
All right.
Halloween's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't like Halloween.
I don't celebrate it anymore, but for stream I do.
Okay. You have any special holidays, special memories?
Yeah, one thing that has stuck with me the entire time is when I was a kid, I went trick-or-treating, as most kids do. And I went up to this one house, and it's the dude that would put on a costume and just stand still or sit still in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
And, dumb kid doesn't understand that it's not a decoration. He jumps up and scares me, and then I, obviously run, but I fall down his porch stairs and scrape my knees to oblivion, bro.
Jeez.
And then the following year, I go to the same house, and I'm like, I know your secrets, old man. You can't get me the second year. And then
He wasn't in that suit that year.
Oh, he was. He was like, just take your candy, kid. Like, I ruined his whole fucking, shtick. Anyway, that's, the most memorable thing I've done for Halloween.
Okay. I think, first of all, most of the time I would dress up either as Harry Potter or my motorcycle gear.
The motorcycle gear.
Well, yeah, dress up in my dirt bike gear and be a dirt bike rider. I was Harry Potter for so many years. I was a beekeeper because I had a full beekeeping suit because I raised bees with my dad. So I think in 4th grade I went as a beekeeper. Everyone's like, "Are you an astronaut?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a beekeeper." This is I'm in $400-$500 worth of beekeeping gear, walking around the school and walking around my neighborhood.
That's kind of funny.
I'm like, this costume actually probably costs more than what you're wearing currently at this moment, lady.
Yeah, that bed sheet you got over your face, garbage compared to me.
This actually keeps me safe from those honeybees.
Yeah. Safe from the bees, no. Safe from the cavities.
Yeah. No, there was that. And then we'd always go to my abuela's house. Both my grandparents from my mom's side. And basically go to her house because she lived closer to everyone, to the city. Go over there and go up and down her streets. And then basically they always have I love the little houses that you go in through their house and out through the garage, but they would be handing out hot chocolate or stuff like that, and it would be basically a party. and stuff. I think that was one of my favorite things to do. I knew a lot of people on those streets. Just go into their house, talk to them, hand out candy to other people, steal their candy,
Steal
you
their
know.
candy. Yep.
And then I think also just I was also a little bit older than all my cousins, so I either have cousins that are 12 years older or cousins that are 7 years younger. So
Mm.
so either I was being drugged around by like high schoolers when I was in elementary school, or I was the high school dragging around everyone else.
Okay.
So then it got really weird when I was like 16, pretty much just dragging my cousins and my sister around, and I'm like, can I get some candy too?
Give me your candy.
Even though like I was seeing some of the girls that I went to school with like handing out candy in their like sexy cat outfits and stuff like that.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
sexy cat outfits. Yes.
Oh, I had like, oh, what did I had suspenders on, like a trucker's like I had a little Carhartt like cap, so I looked like just a dirty, raggedy old hobo, and no one could tell the difference because I have put it over my eyebrows to like pretty much my forehead, had a mustache on, and it was like I threw something on, and people were like, who the fuck is this guy?
Who is this guy? Why is he here?
Yeah.
I'm not his friend.
Pretty much that was most of my Halloweens. Going to somebody's house, going trick or treating, being embarrassed that I was too old to be trick or treating, and
True.
still doing it anyways.
I think my last year I trick or treated was like when I was 12, and that's when I started feeling weird.
Oh, I always felt weird about it.
Yeah. Like as a kid, I was gun ho, but then like I was old enough to kind of trick or treat on my own. I was like, it's weird that I'm just walking alone doing this.
Yeah, at least you didn't like have a Scooby Doo outfit that went through you, your sister, and your cousins.
Everyone is Scooby Doo.
It was, yeah, it was a Scooby Doo outfit that like lasted for years. Yeah.
There. That thing had to smell bad.
Well, you only wear it once a year.
Guess that's
And
true.
kids don't. We always took a shower before we went trick or treating.
Well, yeah.
So that thing didn't really smell bad at all
Hmm.
because we were not dirty kids.
We're not dirty little shits.
Oh, fuck no.
I will say another memory, but it was like 2 years ago when I first entered university,
Hmm.
and I made all the friends like immediately. I went to one of my friends that was hosting a party for
Mhm.
Halloween, and I put on a vest and cat ears and a visor, which I proceeded to wear for the next like 2 years, the following Halloweens at uni. But I went there and it was a party, and it was like, bro, I do not do well in like big crowded areas because I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm either sitting on a couch looking around, or I'm like outside also sitting by myself looking around. It's like, don't get me wrong, I like watching like people watching because I like seeing what's going on, but dude,
Mhm.
people are just like, they see the one guy sitting in the corner and they walk up to you. It's like, are you doing okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't want to be in there though, it's hot. About 500 people in this tiny ass house.
I think the first Halloween party, well, I've been to multiple, but the one that I went to like the first year of college was at one of the guys' houses that I went to school. Like worked with him. He was an electrical engineer throwing on this party, and dude, he threw some ragers. And I was just right after work. I was with like 3 other people. We went to this guy's house. The guy who invited me was his roommate. He's like, yeah, no, just, and his roommate worked with us too. So he's like, yeah, just show up. I don't fucking care. I'm inviting you, so you're invited. I'm like, okay, cool.
Fair enough, bro.
Yeah, they're like, what are you supposed to be? I'm like, I don't know. I'm in a black shirt. So is like 4 other people.
Who are you? I'm Joe.
It was, I didn't even say anything. I'm like, That's when I was a mechanical engineering student too, and I met
Hmm.
some guy. He's like, "Yeah, I was an electrical engineer. I was a mechanical engineering student that switched to electrical engineering." I'm like, "Yeah, I was the opposite because electrical engineering is boring,
True.
and mechanical engineering is also boring." So,
I would have to agree. Does not sound fun.
yeah, uh,
Fun
yeah,
Halloween times. Any plans this year for Halloween?
uh, yeah. So next weekend, I'm gonna go up to one of the cities because they have a, was it a haunted house that's put on for by the school of like the blind and the deaf,
Mm-hmm.
which is really popular. I think it's just the school of the blind. No, sorry, the school of the deaf. Sorry, it's the other one. um but yeah, I heard it's really scary and it's pretty good, and it's good, it's for a good cause.
I would assume they would have to get creative because they have to scare deaf people. They can't just scream.
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard it's like really good. One of the girls I used to work with when I was doing caregiving for people with disabilities, she went to school at that school, like in high school, and she was like, "Yeah, no, it's fucking amazing. It's top notch. It's a good one." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Hmm.
Yes, I worked with a girl that was not of hearing impairedness, but she went to a school that's what you went to school for, is when you're
Hard of hearing.
hearing. No, when you're hearing impaired. Hard of hearing is a different thing.
What the fuck? Okay, what's the difference?
Hard of hearing is you can hear stuff, but you can't hear, like, you don't hear like a wide range, and I think it's just like you have the ability to hear but not that much. It's kind of like when people are blind but they still can see shapes,
Hmm. Okay.
whereas when you're totally blind you can't see anything, and when you're deaf it's the same thing, you can't hear anything. And when you're hearing hard of hearing, it's like kind of like that weird, like you're not fully deaf but you're not, I guess, to the point where most people can hear.
Okay. I mean,
But yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah. Or you could just be like most people's dads and like, "I'm hard of hearing," and it's just like,
Huh?
"I don't want to listen to you.
What you say, Sonny?
I just don't care what you fucking have to say." So,
uh, I will open. I'll open that question to chat as well. If you guys want to share your future Halloween party ideas or Halloween experiences. Hearing impairment implies partial loss of any kind, hard of hearing, and deaf or specific levels of hearing loss.
okay.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you for clarifying, because I wasn't sure if I was on the right path.
yeah, that good old Wikipedia article.
No.
Okay, so to jump into some spooky stuff, uh, I have an idea here that I got from a friend
Okay.
that we should talk about cults.
Ooh.
And I was like, we have not done that. So,
Yeah. Which cult are you joining
yeah,
this weekend?
yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
So the first one want to start off with is the Church of Scientology.
That's a real church?
It's not.
I know.
And I'll send you the Wikipedia so you can look at it while we discuss it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
So, the Church of Scientology maintains a wide variety of beliefs and practices. The core belief holds that a human is an immortal spiritual being that is a resident in a physical body. The Thutan has had innumerable past lives, some of which preceding the Thutan's arrival on Earth. We lived in extraterrestrial cultures. That is like the main thing that they believe in, I guess. That's like the very first sentence on the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about Scientology? I think it's dumb, in my opinion. Uh, so it goes on to say it describes itself as a study in handling the spirit in a relationship to itself, others, and all life. They believe people are innate yet suppressed power and ability which can be regained if cleared of unwanted behavioral patterns and discomforts. So I think we don't
So is it just talking about more of how to deal with life than it is about your spiritual belief?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like it's trying to say that we have like spiritual powers,
Okay.
and as long as we, you know, abide by them, pay the fee to be part of them, and do everything through them, we could get these powers. Which sounds very, very dumb because you have to pay for
Yeah.
it. You have to pay for it.
I mean, I the good thing about at least regular church is you're not stuck behind a paywall. You can go grab a like a little Bible from any kind of whatchamacallits hotel rooms and start reading it. Or getting a free version.
No.
Yeah. And there's no paywall there. It's only if you would like to, even though you might be pressured into it. You never are required to pay to go to church. If you are, it's a cult.
Yeah. If you ever have to pay for a like gathering, it's a cult, like straight up.
Oh, that's why movies are cults too. You have to pay to gather.
Yep. Movies are cults. Video games are cults.
Um, no, but it's like one of those things too. Is the whole point of religion too is how to. It's kind of guidelines of how to live your life.
Right.
It's not. If you live it a certain way, there is a potential a reward, but it's never proven or not proven. Kind of like
right.
most science.
Like
It's never proven or unproven.
like
It's just a theory.
like it gives you ways of how to live, but it's like certain and very specific rules on how to live
Yeah,
that you have to
and
follow, and then if you don't follow, you are like ostracized.
yes.
It's really hard when your parents or someone that's like taking care of you as a kid is part of a cult, and so you're thrust into the world knowing that's the only thing in the world.
Mhm.
And then when you get older and you start defying those rules, it's like, oh, I shouldn't defy because my loved ones are here and that's what they do.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of realize that it's not a cult, or that it is a cult, and you have to like get out for your own mental health.
I hate when you realize that the cult that you're in isn't really a cult. It's just your life.
Yeah. It's not a cult. It's just your parents disciplining you.
No, also the people that have like gone away from the Church of Scientology really do not like it.
Oh yeah.
They
Every
Go ahead.
person that has come out
Mhm.
of the Scientology world just say that it's a scam. It's not real.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah, everyone knew that.
Well, the whole thing too is with a church, you should be able to kind of go and test drive it. Most churches that I know of,
Test
you can
drive the
go
church.
in. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. You can go see a sermon, and you don't have to like fully join up.
Mr. Pastor Man, can I test drive this church real quick?
Yeah, I will say though, the Church of Scientology, you can't just go in and like see like sermons and kind of like do like a couple like sermons before you decide to join up. It's
Mhm.
more of, from what I understand, unless I could be totally wrong, which 9% of the time I'm 100% wrong 90% of the time.
Yeah, I think it's like, unless you're born into it, there's
Yep.
some like sacrifice you have to make, whether it's money or not. There's probably a sacrifice you're making to join.
Yep.
Some of them try to make the deal sweet, and like they manipulate you into thinking that it's the only place for you because you're like slightly misunderstood in society. Like I don't feel like society gets me. It's like, well, the fucking blah 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 knows exactly what you need, and we all suffer from that. Yep.
I'm sorry, you made it sound like the people that join up to like churches or stuff are just emo like teenagers.
Uh,
No, no one gets me.
no one gets me, but you do, man. That I'm paying $50 a month for. Oh my god.
I will say, uh, so in high school we were given kind of like a. I took a class. It was like sociology, but it was more of like how other religions kind of like are seen throughout like the world, or at least the U.S.
Yeah.
And my teacher was a, oh gosh, he was a Mormon, and he get Holly.
The
Yeah,
dog is part of a
yeah.
church.
Oh yeah, no, Holly's my dog. She's a little cute little pup. Anyways, so she's just shaking all of her jingles.
It's actually a dude in a costume.
Oh yeah, I mean, I pay a guy $50 to just shake his dingles everywhere.
Shits on the floor every once in a while.
Yeah,
Make
you
it
gotta clean it
realistic.
up. No, but he was part of the Mormon church, which is fine. But one of the things that he put up on his little slideshow was the amount of money you have to pay per year. It's like 20% of his yearly salary went to the Mormon church. And
Damn.
that could be different between the different wards and different kind of like sections of it. But that's just what, from what he was telling me, I'm like, holy crap. That's quite a bit. That's
Yeah.
just paying taxes. But at the same time, most churches do kind of require some kind of thing to keep the church open, which makes sense
Right.
because a lot, you're not really making money being a church. Holy crap! I got an ad.
Yeah, I know.
Other than that, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
I feel like I know. I don't know. I feel like Mormon is like borderline. I know it's not really a cult, but like some of the shit they like when you're a member of being a Mormon, it's like kind of like the shit they make you do is kind of weird. Like
Yeah,
uh and all the friends were Mormons that are like ex-Mormons, they're like, yeah, that place just kind of sucks.
yeah,
I'm like,
I
I
know.
get that. They have their beliefs,
Yeah,
but it's like I don't know, it sounds cult like.
yeah. If you're required to pay a certain amount of money, that's when it becomes, I think, a cult.
Yeah.
When you're required to give up your normal life and like not be able to talk to people that are in your life because they're not part of the same group
Right.
or anything.
That's where the
And
society doesn't understand me.
well, yeah. And honestly, like if that's what you want to go do and you're happy about it, then go do it. I mean, it's that's a weird one to say, but it's like,
it is weird because it's like if being in the cult makes you happy, whether you're manipulated or not, I guess there's no problem with it. But it's like recognizing that it's a problem. I think some people are happy in a cult, but like they don't recognize that it's a problem.
yes.
Like you're getting like most people that run cults, like their leaders are just businessmen and
Yeah.
entrepreneurs that just want to have money, and it's like an easy way to do that because like technically cults are religious symbols or something, or like a church almost, and they use it for like tax write-offs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't think every single cult is like that, but
No, not every single one. Like a lot of them that I read about tend to be doing that.
yeah, it's like a pyramid scheme or like a
Yeah,
get rich quick scheme kind of thing like that.
exactly.
I don't know. I think if you want to like if there's a book out there, you should be able to read it and still be able to follow along and not have to go to church. And I think part of going to church was not like, I think originally it was not supposed to be kind of like, hey, you worship here. It's more of like kind of a gathering group or something like that. And
Right.
like I said, like I haven't been to church for so long.
Neither have I, dude. Like, I just kind of exist. Funny enough that
Well,
it's Sunday of all things.
I know. And like, dude, church is amazing if you want to go do that, but it's not my thing. I always feel like I'm being watched and there's a burning sensation
You
all
are
the
being,
time. I hate the feeling of churches.
you're being watched. Everyone that goes to church judges the fuck out of you.
No, it's just like because a lot of my friends are like take care of churches and stuff like that. I go in there and you're walking around when there's no one in there. You're touching all the picture frames, looking at all the clocks, and it's just like it gives me the same vibe as if you've been into like an elderly old folks home.
Yeah.
It's like old and there's death everywhere
Well,
and
yeah.
people are just like not in their right mind. I'm
You're,
making it sound really bad. I
you're,
just don't like the feeling of churches. These
well,
scare me.
you are being watched. Jesus is there.
Jesus is all
he's
around me,
he's
okay?
always watching you in the church. It's his home.
Like like I always make the joke that the world revolves around me and I must be the second coming of Jesus then.
It is. The world revolves around me. First person theory. I think it's the best theory known to man, and it's the only one that makes sense. Everyone else is an NPC around me.
That's fair.
I can't be you, so therefore you're an NPC.
Okay, then why are you talking to me?
Because this is how NPC dialogue works.
Is it?
The most sophisticated AI, and I'm the only one in the simulation.
The world is cracking before my eyes. I can see it.
You're a simulation.
I don't want to take the blue pill.
Do it.
I want to stay in here forever. I don't remember. I'm making all these references and I don't like know the difference.
Blue is the same, red is the blue. And see the truth.
Okay, well, I don't want to see the truth.
But you're not like Keanu Reeves.
Well, what if Keanu Reeves took both pills at the same time?
He would explode.
Because Morpheus never gave him the choice to take both.
Yeah, that is true. I think it's because it's not real in the first place.
Gosh. I always thought it was.
Like the pills are a sim.
Okay, would that be a cult that you could get behind if
The Matrix cult?
yeah, just like you're in a matrix.
I'd be down. The cult of Keanu Reeves.
I don't even think it would be that because Keanu Reeves wasn't even the one.
Well, I don't give a shit, but he's Keanu Reeves. One of the nicest actors out there.
Okay, yeah, no, dude, he is so nice.
Like
He's
way
like
better
so
than-
down to earth, and
Yeah.
the funny thing is he has so much. I don't think he has like a ton of money, but he has enough money, and he still just doesn't care.
Yeah, he like donates a lot of it too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, didn't he come from like kind of a pretty like poor family, if I'm not mistaken?
I think so. I don't know my history on Keanu Reeves.
I will say, you know who looks good in suspenders? Not suspenders, overalls.
Yeah, who's that?
Channing Tatum.
So true.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if you're able to, but if you can look up a picture of Channing Tatum in fucking overalls, whoo!
Any Tatum overall. Channing team. Oh, Tatum.
Channing Tatum. I love how we're talking about cults and then just Channing Tatum in overalls.
Yes, sir. Got it. Let's see. This work? Any of these?
Yeah, dude, that one right there that you have. Okay, that's from one of the movies that he was in that I watched, and it was like from him like robbing a bank. And dude, he has the whole fucking put your hands in the front pocket of those, which definitely is like the whole like I'm from like a blue collar working family, which is true. Found out that his dad was like a construction worker and his mom was like a teacher or something like that. Makes him even a better actor. And dude, it's so amazing.
There you go, bro. There's the
Yeah.
we fulfilled the fantasy for today.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I didn't care about when he was a dancer or anything like that. It's the overalls that does it for me.
The overalls. It's funny.
I'm a simple man. Have simple things. A good, nice man in overall.
So true. Do love a good overalls.
After that, I was telling my girlfriend, like, can we please get me some pair of overalls?
Yeah, you should have been wearing them.
Oh, I really want to get some. She's like, you understand where we come from. You're going to be made fun of because you're not going to be dirty enough. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll work on my cars.
I work
My
on my
overalls.
car. To be fair,
No, I have 3.
Wearing them would just be a fashion sense, and people would just be okay with it.
The only problem is I hate that I would have to pull my ass completely out of them.
Oh yeah.
Just to go take a pee.
Yeah, that's why I don't want it.
You know, it wouldn't be that bad. I would just have to drop trout in front of the urinal every single time. That's fine.
You'd just be those little kids that are like at the urinal, but their pants is all the way down. Like, bro.
I understand that's not what I have to do, but that's what I would want to do. It'd be a power statement, or was it a
bare cheeked out? Like, sure you want to piss next to me, bro? I'm cheeked up right now.
Your pants on the ground, like, hey dude, what you up to? Taking a pee? Thought so.
Slaps him on the ass.
Like my ass, they're a little tight, aren't they?
Looking real voluptuous today.
I'm sorry for whoever is listening to this on our streaming platform. It's so. You just listen to us talk about cults, talk about the difference between deaf and hard of hearing, not knowing what we're talking about, and go all the way up into bare ass cheeks in front of a urinal with overalls on the ground.
Hell yeah, brother. That's the point. That's why they come here, for the good juicy ass. Fucking bussy.
It's why they come here.
Yeah. They come to the Femboy Hooters owner for this kind of content.
We're the owners of the Hooters.
Yeah. Femboy Hooters.
Did I ever tell you about the one time when I worked at a pool and me and like I had like 3 other guys and we were gonna start a gentleman, like was it a women's club? Oh, I don't know, like a gentleman's club for women, but we were gonna like basically make a male strip joint, and we were gonna pretty much be the whole fucking Magic Mike, but I was gonna be the manager.
Oh my god.
Because it's like, why the fuck would I want to strip?
Yeah, I'll just run it.
Yeah, it's like, why would I want to do that? I would just run the joint for them. Funny enough, I had more elderly women coming up to me and asking me to help them in whatever ways possible. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Can you help me move this big bag, big boy?
Pretty much. Can you help me out of the pool? I need you to get in the water with me and lift me out of here. I'm like, fine.
Big boy muscle.
I had one lady, I'm like, she was dragging me into the fucking like women's bathroom. I'm like, I can't go in there. She's like, it's fine. I'm like, I can't go into the women's bathroom. And then I look out and I'm walking past my supervisor's office. She's looking at me and I'm like yelling like, help, help.
Help me.
And she's like, what? I'm like, get over here, because I'm like within the like the I'm like 5 feet from the entrance. She comes out, she's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, she just needs some help kind of walking into the bathroom. And the lady refused to give my arm until like my supervisor came up, grabbed her arm. She's like, oh, okay, bye, honey.
Damn.
And I'm like, fuck.
You were about to get killed.
Oh, woo.
You were gonna get killed.
Probably. I really did not want to help this lady get dressed.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then like my supervisor was in there for the next 40 minutes.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, what happened? She's like, you don't want to know. I'm like, okay, thank goodness.
It was horrifying. It was the worst, scariest experience of my entire life.
Yeah, I one time got asked, because I helped this lady out of the pool all the time. She came up when I was helping her out of the pool. She was like, do you guys wear uniforms? I'm like, yes, it's what I'm wearing currently. She's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, dude, I don't wear a swimsuit and a fucking t-shirt for the fun of it every single day. I don't want to dress up like the rest of the lifeguards.
I'm not like the other lifeguards. I'm the cool one.
Sitting there, I'm like, what are you talking about, lady? You see the same. It's not like I'm like a cartoon character and wear the same outfit every single day of my life.
I do.
I was gonna say, like, I buy the same pairs of pants in the same color.
Yeah, literally.
So when they all fade, and when I pick them out of my dresser, it's the same fucking pair of pants. Just one is clean and one is dirty, and I put on the clean pair of pants because it's so much easier.
I roll the dice because I don't know which one's dirty.
I do, because I have a dirty laundry basket. But you know, the funny thing too is when I buy clothes, I make sure they all match. So I put them on. Holy shit, we are not talking about a fucking cult at all.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
we
talking
went
about my normal
way
life.
off now. We went way into the dark corner of the fucking life territory. But that's the point. It's a podcast, bro. Improv.
Dude, I will say though, I make sure that all my clothes, whenever I pull them out of like off the hanger or out of my dresser, if I put socks, pants, shoes, underwear, shirt, and a sweatshirt or jacket or whatever, no matter what I throw on, it always matches and always looks good. Why? Because I don't care enough to actually match it at that time. So I'd rather have something that I can throw together and it all matches and all looks good.
Fair.
That's the $1 million idea right there, guys.
So, you want to know a horrifying story? I have a weird sense for fashion. Like, I can kind of tell what things go with. And so I was friends with this group of girls, and they dragged me into Victoria's Secret.
Oh, that's pretty normal.
Oh man, that was a terrifying experience.
That was
because like one of the store clerks came up to us, and like she's like, "Are we finding everything all right?" I'm like, "I sure hope so." Please get me out of here. I am uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh. I've had that happen quite a few times.
Victoria's Secret's a fucking... You can feel the predatory stares in there. You're a small little lamb that die. Like, why is a man...
What kind of predatory stares have you been getting in there?
They're like, why is a man in this store?
Oh, no, as long as you're walking in with a group of females, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that is really all that matters, but it's also, it still feels weird.
Yeah.
And I did not want to be there.
That is totally fine.
The most terrifying experience of my life.
Yeah. Jeez.
Back to cults, yeah. Victoria's Secret cults.
So Victoria's Secret's a cult.
Yeah, gotta pay to be there.
Uh, it's mixed with the Aries cult. That is mixed with the American Eagle, mixed with the Pink cult.
Yup.
Um,
Mixed with
how Champs
Starbucks,
wasn't a cult and then became a cult.
and then Starbucks existed.
Actually, no, this is a weird question. Do you think brands are close to being a cult?
Yeah, I do.
Like, if you're a brand loyal to whatever brand it is, whether it be clothing brands, whether it be computer parts, video games, do you think you technically signed up for a cult if you're a brand loyal person?
Yes, mainly because it goes into the territory of money sunk fallacy, where you've spent
Money sunk fucks?
yeah, money sunk fucks. Where you've spent so much money on a brand when you liked it that you feel like you're too far in deep to like go to another place. Therefore, Genshin Impact players are definitely a cult because God forbid that a game is better than a MiHoYo game.
I heard
Even
those
other
MiHoYo
MiHoYo
are
games.
amazing.
Don't get me wrong, Genshin's a phenomenal game if you just treat it as a free-to-play open world adventure. But it's like, dude, those people scare me. Those Twitter people, they scare me. They'll defend MiHoYo to their dying breath just because they have a waifu in the game.
I just love calling them gotcha games because they gotcha money.
Yeah, they do gotcha money. That's the point.
No, I tried playing it and it just seemed very bland of a game.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Genshin Impact story is like a good solid 6.
Okay,
out of 10. Like, it's not a phenomenal game, but it's also not bad.
that's fair.
We want to talk about bad games. We can talk about the SAO games.
Oh, the Sword Art Online games?
Yeah.
Sorry, it took me a second to like. Actually, I've you know what game I do have of the SAO?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it was the Gun Gale version.
Gun Gale Online, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Um, it's okay. And this is talking about I bought like the $100 version of that game. I mean, yes, the fatal bullet.
I brought this up mainly because it would piss Chaz off.
It's fine. I haven't played any other ones. I don't know. I watched every single episode of Sword Art Online.
Yeah,
It's actually really good.
When I first,
it made me cry.
When I first
quite a bit.
started anime, Sword Art was one of the first ones.
Yeah, no, it's a good entry level anime.
It's very good entry. Funny enough, my first anime that I got into that isn't like Pokemon was
Ruby.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, okay.
I got immediately into Attack on Titan.
Mine was Ruby with my sister.
Fair. I mean, do we count Ruby as an anime? Because that was made by Rooster Teeth.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Do we technically? Okay. Do you technically count Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Battle Masters, Beyblade, Bakugan as anime?
Yes. Because
I don't think some of them were animes, but yes.
Well, I don't know which ones, but like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, yes. Mainly because they were produced in Japan, and therefore they have, well, they can be produced in any country for the most part, but if they have their primary language and then an English dub happens, then yeah, it's an anime. If it's produced in the US, it's kind of seen as a cartoon. Like it's weird because like Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Technically is a cartoon, but a lot of people see it as an anime.
Yeah.
Because like anime is just, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure anime is just short for animation.
I don't know. Oh, I'm just watching
Yu-Gi-Oh did
Okay.
get a lot of changes.
Okay. Yeah. No, and that's kind of where I'm at, like, because I watch a lot of the 4Kids kind of animation, and yes, I'm reading that, and I'm actually kind of interested too. But yeah, no, a lot of it, I don't know how to say it. Like, 4Kids did mess up a lot of stuff,
Yeah, but they gave us
but that was also the only way to, the only entry level that I got.
they gave us the One Piece rap.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen One Piece, and therefore I've never seen the rap unless I was showed the rap.
So I don't know, but I don't know if you remember on Fox, like the just the regular, like, over the antenna, the bunny ears. You would have this specific, like, you would have the Fox in the box or whatever, Fox box,
Yeah.
and you get a whole bunch of animes through it. And it was like the one with, I think Netflix came out with it again, but it's like the creepy, like, skin colored guy with like the shark fin on his head who just beat up a whole bunch of aliens.
The fuck are you on about?
Oh gosh, it's um
I feel like that description's not doing it justice that I can remember off of.
um yeah, I feel like it isn't, but then I feel like
My first thought was
I
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
oh fuck no. God, it starts with a K. Now I'm like, uh anime on Netflix, uh about fighting. I know it, that doesn't describe anything.
That describes
Also, I
like
need to,
every anime ever.
I know it describes every anime ever. It sucks because I'm like, fuck. It's not any of the. It just starts with K. Starts.
You're just searching for this.
Dude, it's really bad. It's.
I mean,
I'm
that's
stuck.
fair. Usually bad things don't get mentioned. I would go back to learn. Okay, Chaz.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna pull up Netflix right now.
Yeah, fuck the podcast. We're doing a watch party right now.
I shut up. Gosh. Well, I have to like look it up because I
All
can.
right,
I try to
online.
watch it.
Got it.
Scott, take over for me.
All right, guys, welcome back to my podcast where it's just me today. Let's talk about cults. Let's go to the most famous one, known as Jonestown.
Jonestown or Jamestown?
Jonestown.
Oh.
Let's see. The People Temple Agricultural Project, better known as its informational name, Jonestown, was a remote settlement in Guyana, established by the People's Temple, an American cult under the leadership of Jim Jones. Jonestown became internationally infamous when on November 18th, 1978, a total of 918 people died at the settlement at the nearby airship in Port Kaituma and at a temple-run building in Georgetown. Guyana's capital city, the name of the settlement became synonymous with the incidents of those locations. A total of 909 individuals died in Jonestown itself, all but 2 from apparent cyanide poisoning, a significant number of whom were injected against their will in the event deemed revolutionary suicide by Jones and some People's Temple's members on an audio tape of the event and in prior recorded discussions. Yeah, so they poisoned people's Kool-Aid. Good old Kool-Aid.
The funny thing.
Yeah.
So that's Jonestown, and I think that's the one I keep trying to name all my, like, if I create a new town like an Animal Crossing or anything. I try to name it Jonestown, but you know what I call it? Jamestown.
Yo, Jamestown.
which I think just had a whole bunch of cannibals because like they went hungry and they just started eating each other. Could be
Uh,
wrong about that one
let
too.
me
Like I
see.
said, I'm
What Google search will tell me.
I'm wrong
Jamestown.
90% of the time, and 100% of the time I am wrong.
Let's see. Jamestown. Settlement. Blah, blah, blah. Arrival and beginning. Don't care.
I do care though.
Starving time and third supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starving
Uh,
those third supplies.
I'm seeing if they actually ate each. Not large enough to carry the settlers and all the food. Islands. Faced rampant starvation. During this time, lack of food drove people to snakes and even boil the leather from their shoes for sustenance. Scientific evidence that the settlers at Jamestown had turned cannibalism during the starving time. Ships of Bermuda arrived in Jamestown on May 23rd, 1610. Many of the surviving colonists were near death, and Jamestown was judged to be unviable. Yeah. Everyone was boarded into Deliverance and Patience, which set sail for England. This is the name of the ship. So yeah, they ran out of food and started eating each other and their shoes.
Yep. That's what I always accidentally call my town instead of Jonestown.
So, on the topic of cannibalism, I have a website pulled up called the Cannibal Cafe Forum. And
Ooh.
using the Wayback Machine, this was started in 2001 and
Uh-huh.
was shut down in 2002.
Mm.
I think, unless there's more. Well, I can only see from 2001 to. But essentially, I'm not going to show it on stream. But essentially, this was a forum for people to sell themselves to be eaten or to ask to eat other people.
I heard about that.
And reading through some of these, and I don't want to click on any of these links because I feel like I would be set immediately onto a watch list.
Yep.
But like reading some of them are relatively weird to say. For example, Leatherface is a serious cook and wants your meat for dinner. Will even eat you alive and raw.
Yep.
Or
go ahead.
There's a lot, so you should go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say in your chat I searched the anime and I sent it to you.
Okay. Let me see if I can pronounce it. Gimme Kuman.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to look that up.
You should look it up because what I talked about, the main character, flesh-colored man with a shark fin on his head.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen screenshots of this.
Yeah.
Or that on stream for like a second or so.
Yeah. That was the anime that I originally remember like kind of growing up with, and it's a weird one too. I kind of like it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have to like maybe watch it.
Yeah.
But back to this Cannibal Cafe.
Yeah, sorry.
I just want to read some of these, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, evil lord, why are you picky about the height? Seeking a 4'10" redhead female.
What?
Or how about this one? Only interested in premium female meat for my dinner. I am very picky and choosy and has to be top quality, 100% USDA prime.
Okay.
Or let's see what else. This website also like I guess people also offered sex.
Yeah.
Any men want to be in my belly? Or this is the one I read before I like put it away. Yeah. I'm an Oriental 19-year-old female prime meat looking for a serious male cannibal to eat me.
there's no way this is a real thing, right?
I think a
Like,
lot of these were jokes, but some of them were serious as well. But it's like hunting for female flesh for my feast for real.
oh gosh.
Or
Yeah.
let's see, what else is a good one? There's this one, human meat for sale, flesh frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh seeking slaves and meat. Like needed young female long pigs for real life roasts and butcher.
Jeez.
Like this is a very, very disturbing website.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to my delicious Laura? Like, dude, it's fucked. Looking for women who want to be eaten. Available for slaughter. Like, some people are just
Okay.
asking to die so they can get eaten.
I mean, if that's the thing that you're into, but then at the same time, it's,
Yeah, like,
I don't know.
here's a big one. I really fantasize about being butchered, roasted, and eaten. Exclamation point. Like, why do you fantasize about it? Like,
I have no idea.
uh, but there is one dude that had like a whole case on him named Armin Baywis, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, died. It said apprehended December 2002. I think he was like kind of the owner of the website.
Mm-hmm.
He was a German former computer repair technician and received attention for murdering and eating a voluntary victim in 2001.
Mm.
The victim jointly attempted to eat the victim's severed penis. Mayweather murdered his victim and proceeded to eat a large amount of his flesh. And he was convicted of manslaughter in 2004. 2 years after this happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in here, he described the texture of a penis, and he said it was chewy.
Huh.
Oh yeah, here. Brands apparently tried to eat some of his own penis raw, but could not because it was too tough, and as he put it, chewy. Mayweather then fried the penis in a pan with salt, pepper, wine, and garlic. He then fried it with some of Brandis fat, but by then it was too burnt to be consumed. He then chopped the penis up into chunks and fed it to his dog.
Okay.
I guess Brandis was the victim, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and was already too weakened from the blood loss to eat his own penis. So I guess this guy offered his penis to be eaten, so he could also.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird to offer that body part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird one.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about eating penises.
Also, you know what a good anime is? Fighting Foodons.
Yeah.
It's a terrible anime. And also, I just wanted to get off of the eating penises.
Yeah, we're done with that. We stopped looking at that one. I'll tell you that. We did Jonestown. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Got it. Heaven, my third and last one that I have prepared is Heaven's Gate.
I remember going to there once. I got knocked out and almost died.
What? Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, explain.
That was a joke.
Okay. I was like, bro, we're going down a deep rabbit hole with that one. So Heaven's Gate was an American new religious movement known primarily for the mass suicides committed by its member in 1997. Went on a journey of spiritual discovery, identifying themselves as the two witnesses of revolution, attracting a following of several hundred people in the mid-1970s and 1976. A core group of a few dozen members stopped recruiting and instituted a Monasaic lifestyle. It was a mixture of Christianity, millenarism, New Age, and UFOlogy.
Yeah.
The central belief of the group was that followers could transform themselves into immortal extraterrestrial beings by rejecting their human nature, and they would ascend to heaven, referred to as the next level or the evolutionary level above human. The death of Nettles from cancer in 1985 challenged the group's views on ascension, while they originally believed that they would ascend to heaven while alive aboard a UFO. They came to believe that the body was merely a container or a vehicle for the soul, and that their consciousness would be transferred to the next level bodies upon death. On March 26, 1997, they were discovered by police, which the police discovered bodies of 39 active members of the group, including the people running, like the leaders.
Okay.
So that was Heaven's Gate, basically. That's the kind of history of it. The 3 paragraphs of Wikipedia's intro. Yeah, I don't believe in any of that, to be honest.
I don't either.
Like UFOlogy. Let me go to
That's real though.
Let me go to that Wikipedia page. UFOlogy, sometimes known as UFOlogy, capitalized letters, is an investigation of unidentified flying objects by people who believe that they may be extraordinary origins. While there are instances of government, private, and fringe scientist investigation of the UFOlogy is generally regarded as by skeptics and science educators as an example of pseudoscience.
Well, it's not pseudoscience because UFOlogy is real. I took a class on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have the real college name of it though.
I will say I did take a college class in that counted for arts and letters of all things, and it was a class called Science and the Unknown, and he challenged us to just write things about shit that we don't know about.
So he just told you to make shit up like we do right now?
Yep.
You could have got an A in that because we make shit up all the time and get it wrong.
Oh, I did get
time.
an A in that class. You know what's funny? I also passed out in that class. That was the one class I accidentally passed out in. It was very funny because no one woke me up. I woke up there was so back in my community college, it was 2-hour lectures, and at the hour mark there would be like a 30-minute break or 15-minute break, and I was just sitting there and I passed out at the desk. I woke up halfway through the second hour, so I had like 30 minutes left of the class. But like, I don't think I was snoring because no one woke me up. But when I woke up, I'm like, "Fuck! All right, back to learning." That was the best nap of my life. I'll tell you that. Because dude, I felt so refreshed because I would drive myself to college, and I got that good old nap. I was fucking awake for that drive home.
See, I would do an 8-hour shift before my math class, and she was really boring, and I would fall asleep because I'd have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work and then do my 8-hour shift, go to class, fall asleep in my trigonometry course, and just fall asleep, wake up like, holy shit. And I'm pretty sure I fell asleep and snored in her class.
Yeah. It do be like that sometimes, haven't it?
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Yeah.
All right. Final cult, the Scots here cult.
Yeah. We're all here, so we can't go now.
Yeah, I'm forcing everyone to be here. You have sacrificed your free time to listen.
I'm so sorry about that. I accidentally said that I would join and on a call once.
Yeah,
I probably should have said no, and one thing led to another. Now I'm here and I can't leave.
If you look to your right, my co-leader has set up some grape Kool-Aid. Please drink it at the top of the hour, as we will be ascending to the next level.
Shit, we have to drink grape Kool-Aid
Yep,
though.
grape Kool-Aid specifically.
Shittiest Kool-Aid.
Because it is the shittiest, that means we will uh, be in pain one last time, and that will be the greatest pain, known as drinking grape Kool-Aid.
Okay, well, I don't know. What is your least favorite Kool-Aid flavor? Technically, mine's actually the cherry flavored one.
Cherry is pretty dog shit, in my opinion. Yes.
Black cherry is not as bad.
No, I like black cherry and like black raspberries and stuff like that. I think grape is pretty bad. Cherry's pretty bad. In
Uh,
general, Kool-Aid's just pretty bad because it's just 90% sugar, and you
yeah,
can
I
taste it.
know.
Same with like Hawaiian Punch, like all those like sugary drinks that I liked as a kid taste like ass now. Like
Yeah,
what's the one? Sunny D, fucking the worst shit ever.
weirdly enough, my dad really likes Sunny D.
Sunny
I don't
D
like.
is just it's sugar. It's orange sugar.
Yeah, I know.
It's so bad, but like people still drink it.
Yeah.
It's in Dollar Tree for a reason.
Oh yeah, it's true. You know what my favorite? I used to like Nestle's Nesquik chocolate.
Oof.
Well, you know what I drink now? Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo, which is just not even
No,
real
no, not
chocolate.
Yoo-hoo. Ovaltine, not Yoo-hoo. Fuck.
Yoo-hoo is just not even real chocolate.
Yeah, no, sorry. I didn't mean Yoo-hoo because that's you don't need to refrigerate it.
Yoo-hoo.
I'm talking about the Ovaltine, which has like some like vitamins and stuff like that
Mm,
because it's not too bad. And
yeah,
I just mix it in with my coffee every morning.
I mean, I guess.
Uh well, I just try to get a little bit extra vitamins and stuff every time I can.
Yeah, you know where you can also get extra vitamins? Just eating normally.
Yeah, but why wouldn't I add more vitamins?
Why would I do that? So true. As I eat some nerds.
Gosh, you're such a nerd.
I know. So good though.
Yeah.
Nerds cluster gummies, bro. Peak.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like nerds. They're too sour.
Yeah, that's
What's
the
your
point.
favorite Halloween candy?
Are we counting chocolate and candy as the same category, or is candy and chocolates different?
I generally count them the same.
I also count them in the same category, so I am a Twix person.
Okay.
What's your favorite candy?
I think my favorite candy, but I never eat it because I like to savor it, is the Midnight Milky Way, which is more of just dark chocolate and marshmallow.
That is pretty good.
It's one of those that they don't have it in big bars. They only have it in the smaller ones.
A little fun size.
Well, that and like when you go to like the grocery store or whatever, they're in the smaller. They don't
Yeah,
have king size candy bars.
that's fair. I will say I am
Uh,
a big dark chocolate fan though.
yeah, I am too. I don't like the 90% chocolate or whatever. It's too fucking bitter.
Like I do though. I like the bitterness of dark chocolate. When
Like how bitter? Like the percentage? Will you do like a 90%
probably
like
not
dark?
90, more like probably like 70.
Okay, so you want the sweetness of it, but you like the little bit of
Yeah,
darkness
I
too.
I like dark chocolate a lot more than milk chocolate, mainly because dairy doesn't really sit well with me. I'm not like
Okay.
lactose, I don't believe, but it doesn't sit well.
If it doesn't sit well, you're probably borderline
Yeah.
lactose. But other than that, like no, that's fair. I don't
Like
like just milk chocolate just because I don't like that taste.
yeah, like I there would be that little gas station where when I was living near my university,
Uh-huh.
and they sold XL Hershey's dark chocolate, and I would get one of those like once every 2 months, and it was amazing. It was just like it was only for me.
I'm not actually in too much into a Hershey's type.
Oh, I
Don't
don't.
like Hershey's.
Hershey's not great, but it was the only dark chocolate they really had.
That's fair.
Also, it was XL. It was like the size of my face.
Why don't you just get one of those baking chocolates?
No,
Those huge ass ones.
Well, the gas station didn't have that.
You could have gone to the grocery store that you were next to.
Nah, I'm good, brother. I don't think that they also care. I don't think they.
They did. They did. Because
Well,
that's the grocery store I went to.
well, listen. I didn't go there that often. All right. I went there to pick up my obligated Oreo package for D&D days.
Okay.
That was it. In and out with the Oreos.
But yeah, no, I think Midnight Milky Way, but okay, if we're gonna go with this, then let's separate it because you kind of said a chocolate. Let's go with like gummies and hard hard candies. Like
Okay.
so like you have like the ones that you can chew, like the chewy ones, and then like you have like nerds or something like that that are a little bit harder that you have to suck on.
Right. So for gummies, I'm not a big gummy person. So my go-to gummy is Gushers.
Okay, cool.
As for hard candies, I really like butterscotches.
Okay, it's not a bad one.
That's just my preferred suck on candy.
Mm-hmm.
Suck on these nuts.
I was gonna make that same joke, but I didn't want to.
What do you like to suck on?
Actually, if I'm gonna go like with a sucker, I will do like the caramel apple suckers.
Ooh, those are good.
If I'm not gonna go with a sucker, it'd just be any. I'm very big into like either lifesavers, like spearmint or something like that, or like kind of an icebreakers like mints. I
do like a good icebreaker.
Yep. If I'm going to go with like chewy kind of gummies, and I don't like a lot of gummies, I think if I'm gonna go, it'd be the lifesavers like gummies, or like it depends. I'll do some like, was it the what are the common gold wrapped gummy bears? The
Hasbro or not Hasbro?
Not Hasbro. It's
Haribo.
Yes, it's that one.
The ones that if you eat the sugar free, you shit for the next 2 days.
Yes. There it would be one of those. I also am very particular about my gummies. I don't like the ones that are kind of cloudy. And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you need them clear gummies.
Like the Scooby-Doo ones that are always kind of like ever so slightly milky, the milky kind of coloring.
Yeah, I get that.
Those are fucking nasty as shit. Because those are pure sugar.
Yeah.
If you're a person that likes that, you need to get tested. Because that is not okay. If your gummies are not clear, have that kind of opaqueness to it, and you like that, and you like them a little bit milky, cloudy-ish, please talk to your doctor and get some help because that is not okay.
You may have syphilis.
Gummies should be clear.
You may have syphilis.
Okay, you might. That's not bad.
For legal reasons, this is not real advice. We have to put that disclaimer in there real quick.
No, I really do not like cloudy gummies because they have like almost an ungodly sugary taste to it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I as someone that ate Scooby-Doo gummies as a kid, they weren't that great.
You know which ones I was complaining about too, didn't you? Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are like the only ones you get at like Christmas time, and they're always like opaque, like cloudy, and it's really gross.
Yes, sir. Now, I have a weird thing about candy cans since Christmas got brought up. I like candy cans because I like sharpening them and then stabbing people with them.
Okay.
Not true.
I am very weird about mints. I don't like buttermints. Buttermints suck. My girlfriend really likes buttermints.
I don't like mint candies.
That's fair.
I like mint ice cream, and I enjoy the mint of my toothpaste, but like I don't want to eat a mint candy.
That's fair. I'm not like, I understand why. For me, I just like, I like the mint. I like the burn of the mint. I like to be in pain. That's why I eat. Like,
I love the
also,
pain.
if you ever get hot tamales and actually let them oxidize and let them kind of have a little bit of like air exchange to them,
Mhm.
in my opinion, they get a little bit spicier. And I could just be crazy, which that's pretty.
You're pretty crazy.
That's a Yeah, that's a pretty common thing for me to be crazy. But anyways, yeah, I like the little bit when they're spicier, and I like them hot because then I like to be kind of just miserable.
I like them hot.
You like them hot and juicy? That's why I always go to Wendy's for their hot
Wendy's.
and juicy ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, okay.
because they're always fresh, never frozen.
Actually, speaking of Wendy's, I went to Wendy's. I'm not gonna say recently. It was like a couple months ago.
Did you get the chili? Please don't say you got the chili
No,
because
I
that's they always have fingers in the chili.
Yeah, I did not go get the chili. They had the like saucy nugs. And
Yeah,
dude,
you got the saucy nugs.
yeah, I got them saucy nugs, and I got the ghost pepper one, and I was like, they're not that spicy, but dude,
No.
does that kick in at the wrong moment? Because I bought those and a burger, and I was like, saucy nugs, and then I tried to bite my burger, and I was hiccuping through eating my burger. I was like, oh god, let me just eat.
Oh my gosh. No, they have a Wendy's has that fucking umami fucking what not umami.
Umami.
Whatever that fuck the SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, the Krabby
burger.
Patty burger.
Yeah, the fucking looks gross.
Umami. Yeah, it's not even a real Krabby Patty. They fucked it up somehow.
Oh yeah, because I don't think it was umami, but it's something else. And like, I was sitting there, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's bad. Like it's not even the correct recipe. Like the show even there's a whole episode that shows you what's on a Krabby Patty, and they still fuck.
Scott, I'm not that old. I understand. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm explaining. All right, I'm explaining. And they.
It's made with love, okay?
Yeah.
That's the only way to. That's the only reason why Plankton couldn't do it, because he doesn't have love in his heart.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even know how to spell fun right.
Yeah. Imagine not being able to spell fun. What an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, because fun doesn't have fire that burns down the whole town. U is not for that one specific element that I probably should not be saying.
Uranium.
And then N is for no. Yeah. No survivors.
No survivors.
Down here in the deep blue sea.
So true.
But yeah, F is for friends that do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anytime, I forgot the rest of that.
Anytime at all. Out here.
Down here in the deep blue sea. Yes.
And with that,